we been through a lot. You feel me? Yeah, everybody lost people. We lost people. So, coming home, it like, what the heck can a do to grow? It like, we gonna keep doing it and then end up back in jail. One of our homies dead or one of us dead. Or we gonna fix and make shit look good for the A. You feel me? So, just like, do one. Some people gonna be mad. Some people gonna be happy. But who care? We gotta go with the outcome of it. You feel me?
Now, I think this is like, I think this is huge for the city. The city needs this first and foremost. But
And the nigga gotta set an example for the young nigga. You feel me? Cause if they don't see it, ain't gonna never change.
Savage, and then there's another one featuring Thug.
Yeah.
Like, how was even the process of that even happening?
When I was locked up, Savage reached out to me. He was like, "Man, what you think about getting on the phone with Buddy?" And I was like, "Man, I ain't tripping." I said, "I ain't gonna do it in here though. Like when I come home, I'll put it."
Man, you understand me? For that town, man. Atlanta's back on top, man.
With us, man.
RFP all the fallen soldiers, man. Everybody that made it out of these situations in Atlanta, man.
Good to see
We
you.
back on top.
You said recently,
You know what I'm
man,
saying?
talked about people
We number
using
one
Very
right
cultural.
now.
Yeah, man, we cultural, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything we do is for this town, kid. It's for the town.
living.
I just tell them ain't nobody nice to that. For real. Yeah. Yeah. But then that's all for real. I'm pretty glad to be in I just tell them ain't nobody nice to that. For real. Yeah. For real. No.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in, and I had a link in the description for the clip in the beginning where you can watch that in full on the DC The Fly Guy YouTube channel. As after seeing that interview hit last Friday, I pretty much could tell by the energy that Lucci had and him explaining what went down. I know some of y'all might have seen it already, but for the people who haven't, that they had pretty much got to the terms where they could possibly be in the same room with each other and even dap up, which they just did now as it hit every blog. It's all over the timeline. Lucci and Thug dapped up in the club right there. 21 Savage was there as well. As we learned in that interview, he was the one that put it together, got them to get on speaking terms, which eventually led to them both making appearances on each other's albums after everything had went down. And I told y'all last week I was completely incorrect. I was wrong when they jumped out there dissing each other. I said, hey, they not finna be on each other project. It is no way. It went too far. It got too deep. Some of the allegations and accusations in these cases or just storylines coming out of Atlanta, even some of the lyrics, no matter what may be true or all the way official or not, I'm like, it's no way they gonna do music together. I do understand and see them squashing that beef. We know what the future is now. If they continue to have it, it is what it is. This is not a gray area anymore for them. They know what the future holds. We looking at federal indictments if they continue to be in the streets, being active, dissing, or having any type of law breaking for these two guys. So I most definitely knew for their future, their families, and their loved ones, their freedom as well, that they would have to put it to an end. But I was not thinking that they would get on music together. I was incorrect. I jumped out there on that. Then I for sure wasn't thinking. After I saw the interview, I kind of could tell, like, oh. And then when Thug went up on the gram as well, I was like, oh, they to the point where they'll probably will maybe be in the same room with each other and stuff. Because sending verses to each other is one thing, and from the studio and the musical aspect, but it does signify that y'all really are completely like past everything in a way like, well, we're gonna do music together, we'll pretty much shake hands together and things like that. That's how I kind of felt about it. And I mean, I'm not telling nobody to crash out, bro. I'm not telling nobody to do nothing gangster. Trust me, my nigga. Anybody that know me, I'm an anti-crash out nigga. And as my nigga BP would say, car wreck content. I'm against giving the internet car wreck content for yourself. You don't understand what I'm saying? And putting it out there like, hey, I want to be a part of the crash out. I'm against the capital C's, bro. When it comes to, I understand the entertainment side of capital C's when it can be fun and games and just not really get to a heavy level. But when it comes to these streets, the things they done been through, oh, nah, I'm against that. So I wasn't pushing that. A lot of people felt the way about what I said, where I said personally, I'm not telling Lucci what to do. I'm not telling Thug what to do. I would never tell them how to move. They their own man in their own situation, in their own lives. Y'all know, nigga, since I jumped on here in 2018, my nigga, stay out these people's way, stay out their face, avoid that crash out. But once it gets to that level of where it had got for me, I said, hey, we gonna squash the beef. We out the way. I'm not doing nothing to nobody. I got to be it for my family, my loved ones, my friends. What didn't happen, didn't happen. That's what we was on at that time. But I said I couldn't do a song together because that does signify that we will dap up and be cool. And I just felt like, hey, me as a man, just some of the things that come from that story, I couldn't do it. But they did it. They out there in Atlanta. They doing it for the city. Most definitely these two guys that been through a lot. We see Lucci even get to a point to where, hey, he was stabbed in jail by alleged things and situations that was going on. People trying to take his life. He done been through a lot. He got some people that done lost. And he just said out his own mouth, we done lost people. It's going to be people saying this. It's going to be people saying that. Me, I just know who I am as a person. It ain't about being tough. It ain't about being street. Ain't about being gangster, nigga. I don't care about none of them titles, bro. It's just who I am as a man. That's all it was. And I'm not saying that they not men and nothing like that. They have their own journeys. They got their own paths. Every man wake up every day and he make his own decisions. Now Young Thug is in Atlanta doing work. And I know that he was banned from Atlanta or being in the area. I'm pretty sure they got that adjusted a little bit. I know he can, and I think it's supposed to do community service there. So you see them performing on the steps at the courthouse right now and saying anti-gang violence, anti-violence, anti-gang. He has to push that as a part of his community service. He got 15 years. Lucci, to my understanding, has to stay in Atlanta and can't leave Atlanta unless it's some business stuff. And I'm pretty sure as time goes on, it gets more lenient and things like that. They both got projects out. And most definitely, I was sliding to the Lucci when they got some jams on there. I haven't got all the way into the Thug one yet, but that Lucci one, from what I heard, is slide, bro. I let it play up in the whip while I was riding around last night. He got some. Lucci been going crazy with the music. Thug, I know in his style of music, he gonna have more of that style of like just experimenting and doing different sounds and different types of songs. But Lucci just on that flying. He popping it, man. So we gonna see what happens. You know what people gonna say. I know people ain't gonna agree with me with what I say, but hey, we all own individuals at the end of the day. Tell me what y'all think. As I say, bro, this is how I play on the other side of this game as well, dog. That's why I say avoid the capital C's, and I try to say it's the rap trap like Ayo Kaseko. As he say, bro, you'll do all this stuff to appease the rap game, to appease your people, sell it in the music, get the record deal, make the money. But in the end, you start realizing that's what I felt that I needed to do for a career. That's what the people told me to do for the career. And that's the trap they had you in, because you realize that's what made me successful as a rapper as well. Can also be the thing that make me demise and then make me realize that it was not worth it at all. But stay on your pivot. We got more coming, more videos, all that 1,000 for shit show.